Invincible.
Tony Stark makes you feel he's a cool exec with a heart of steel.
Hey, what's going on, Red Cup fam? Welcome back to the show, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. These Legends in 3D half-scale busts from Diamond Select and Gentle Giant really work well in the collection. I'm noticing eyes are going to them when people come over, and they pair really well with other collectibles. We're going to take a closer look at that. I know some people like to take a bust or a statue and maybe pair it up with, let's say, a portrait or a CGC comic next to it. Maybe put it with a couple other collectibles around it. We're going to see how that works. And the colors on this, they really, just off the top of the head, the colors really stand out, and it's going to work really well. Pretty much all these Legends in 3D half-scale busts have been kind of home runs in my opinion, right? Shout-outs to Mr. Joe Allard if you're watching. I know you saw the Watchmen bust review, so maybe you'll see this one. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for the review. We're going to show you how all this stuff pairs up. I know it's a little bit of an older piece. There is a link down below in the description to try and get your hands on the Iron Man. If not, you can try and get your hands on any of the Legends in 3D half-scale busts. To me, so far, this is the classiest thing that Diamond Select has been offering, and I'm all about it. And hey, look, if you get it and you don't like it, you know, it's got some weight to it. You could always smash it over somebody's head you don't like. Now, what am I talking about? I'm just kidding. Anyway, stay tuned for the review. It's awesome.
I'm invincible. The invincible. The invincible. The invincible.
Now this is what I'm talking about. Taking collectibles from different companies and making something unique to your collection. You could pair the Iron Man half-scale bust with a CGC comic. You got the Mezco in there. You could put all three of them together to make something that's truly special. Now, the Mezco and the 3D busts will actually bring into the real world what's represented on the cover of the comic. Maybe you're not going to use Secret Wars #1. Maybe you use a different comic. Obviously, I suggest one from the 80s because these kind of all tie in together, and that was this, you know, the bust is basically the Secret Wars Iron Man, at least from what I can tell. But there are different variations and different things you could do. You could do it with just the Mezco if you want. You could do it with just the CGC comic if you want. You could mix it up. You could throw a hot toy display in there. You know, anything that'll kind of make it unique to you. You don't necessarily have to be a collectible of busts. I have people come up to me and say, you know, I'm not really necessarily a statue collector or a bust collector, and for the price, you're not going to beat this, really. I mean, it's under $150, and it's made of resin, and it's really heavy and good quality. So why not grab something like this to bring your collectibles to the next level? As if we needed another reason, another one, to collect these 3D half-scale busts. If you're a fan of Marvel, they got Marvel. They got DC. They got Godzilla. They got Bruce freaking Lee. They got Gozer from Ghostbusters. I mean, they have a little something for everybody, and they seem to all be meticulously well done. And that's great. You know, like, I mean, hey, look, there's enough room for all of us, right? So taking a look at Iron Man, this is pretty much hot off the presses, straight off of the assembly line, very clean lines, zero battle damage, no scratches and scuffs, a very shiny piece. And although I happen to like the Rorschach one better because I'm more of a Rorschach fan, I got to tell you, the Iron Man bust is actually just a nicer bust. I mean, look at that. That's just a straight up paint job. This is not metal, okay? This is not die cast, but the paint job, the way the light hits it, makes it look like die cast, which is great. And you know me, I absolutely hate light up features, and I don't know if this was a design decision or not, but this is actually one color down here. See where my little finger is down here? And it almost looks like it's glowing, right? Because of the way the light naturally shades down over this little ridge piece. It looks like it's naturally glowing. That's actually a good design decision and a good paint job, because I hate light up features and I don't need it on this, and that's great, right? So that makes me happy. Taking a look at the cherry red, it's really shiny. The eyes will be drawn to something like this on your shelf. Really nice, super clean lines this time around. And sometimes there's a little bit of bleed. Then again, remember, these are entry-level statues. There is usually a little bit of bleed sometimes on the edges, but this statue has zero bleed, at least in the one I have. So if you're looking for a clean, pristine Iron Man, here you go. Want to take your focus on now to the stand We always take a look at the stand here, right? And I'm guessing that they went this time with a, looks like the arc reactor, right? As if this is like the front of the arc reactor and he's kind of sitting up on it. This is the piece that would kind of plug into his chest. I don't know if that's what they were going for. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. It kind of fits with the whole Iron Man motif, and that's fine too. This is a little bit, this seems to be one of their more earlier statues, right? So again, because they went with more clean paint this time around, all those shadows that you're seeing here, all these different color grays and stuff, that's actually just one silver piece. The color is pretty uniform throughout, and all the natural shading of the different colors you're seeing, right, the different shades, that's just natural shading from the sculpt. So kudos to the sculptor for making that work. And there you have it, right? Nice, clean piece. I got to tell you, man, I wasn't going to keep this on my collection, but stuff's growing on me, man. This stuff is growing on me. That's it. That's the show. There's not really much else I could say besides the fact that I'm falling in love with these things more and more every time I get one in hand, all right? Link down below to get yours, right? Check out the Entertainment Earth description, or you guys can go to Diamond Select directly. Again, the link is in the description. And while you're down there, go to tpublic.com, click on that link, and pick yourself up some Red Cup merch. That would be cool to help out the channel. If you don't want to do any of that stuff, a like and a comment. Let us know what you think of these things. They're really freaking nice, you know? I know a lot of statue collectors are into the bigger stuff and the more expensive stuff. It all starts here, folks. It all starts here. Shout-outs to the Diamond people over at Diamond. This is like take number 57, bro, all right? Look, we'll see you on a future episode. Shout-outs to Diamond and Gentle Giant.